Welcome everyone. We're going to get started shortly. We usually start our matches at 10 past the hour, so everyone will be logging onto the Discord channel now and getting everything ready, getting our match code, making sure everybody's in the right region, everybody's set up for squads. And then once our home office sees that we have, if not everybody, a sufficient number of people to start the match around 10 after, we'll get it going. So we'll be back shortly. right. Well, we should be starting shortly here. We are word from home office is they are trying to assist one of the teams with some technical difficulties to be able to get into the match. Sorry about that. Stepped away from my mic. And hopefully they'll get them in shortly, and then we can get things going. I know we've already got over 20 players in the queue. Everything should be building up here as we go. So just sit tight for a few more minutes here, and hopefully we'll be getting started. Thanks. All right, looks like we're on Spawn Island and we're getting ready to get started here. Welcome to our most recent our stream of our match. And we do have three players on site here at Code Ninjas Brookfield and XP League Brookfield, and we have one remote. So we won't be able to see Ari Safari's gameplay in the upper left corner, but we do have AVO Pumas in our upper right. We have Fancier Bread 7 in our lower left, and we've got Emperor in our lower right. So we will be able to see, hopefully we'll get a pretty good view here of the match from the perspective of three of the squad members that we have here that we can pull the stream from. For anybody that's new to Fortnite, the format for our tournaments or for our leagues is we play battle royales. We usually have in this season we have somewhere between 20 and 30 players. Um, the players there, we wait for everybody to join the match so everybody can kind of play around and warm up on Spawn Island. And then as you can see, you jump into the battle bus where you pick a location on the map to drop in. As soon as you get on the ground, you want to accumulate as much equipment as possible, and then it's essentially last man standing, or last squad standing in this case. So points are awarded for the rank that you finish, and an additional point for every elimination. So there is some strategy involved in picking a good location where you can last as long as you possibly can, but we don't want to be so passive that you won't score any other points. So looks like these guys are already headed for the ground, and they're at the radar site. And hopefully these guys can get kitted out quickly as possible. Maybe a little quiet time. I guess we'll find out shortly if any of other opponents landed in this area. Looks like Fancier Bread 7 has already been able to pick up some weapons. Same thing for AVO Pumas. So these guys are getting some good luck early on. Now there are some non-playable characters here that you can engage, and those slots in the map typically have some better gear for these guys to be able to pick up. So far pretty quiet. Again, if you're new to Fortnite, you can also build. The way these guys like to play is they pick a spot on the map. They accumulate as much gear as possible. They get a lot of building materials. The probably the top sniper on the team is probably our Safari, and towards the end of the match, if we're lucky enough to make it, you'll see him looking to build to get it to try to maintain the high ground and just peek out and kind of quick snope with the sniper rifle to see if he can't get some quick eliminations, and he's proved to be pretty effective at that. So we know it, but it is Fortnite. You just never know how these matches are going to go. Sometimes you drop in and you're not even sure what happened, and you're back in the lobby waiting for the next round and spectating to see what you got. And here for the stream, of course, we can't move the camera. We're a little bit locked into the view of the players, so we can see what they see. And so if something comes from behind, we won't know what happened either. So could be a little bit of a ride, and sometimes we got to find out later on what actually happened. So it looks like these guys are pretty well kitted out. I'm gonna go try to get this bonus chest here. I know they were doing that last year, or sorry, last week as well, to get some even better equipment for the team. These guys do a great job of sharing and making sure that everybody on the team is fairly well equipped. So when they do make contact with some other squads, they have better chance of making a go of it and surviving the engagement. So everybody looks like they found some big spots, small spots to boost up their shields. So everybody's shielded up. Everybody looks like they're somewhat well equipped here. Let's take a closer look at Emperor's screen and see. Okay, so see if he can. Hopefully, we can find some better weapons for him somewhere along the way. Take a look at Tastier Red 7. The same, yeah. Hopefully these guys can find. They're not badly equipped, but ideally hopefully they can find something a little bit better as they march through. Take a look at AVO Pumas from his point of view, bouncing around. So all right, now they're trying to go for the cosmic chest, and hopefully they'll give them something a little bit better. Upgrade some of those lower level common weapons that they're carrying. So they can quickly get this thing open. We were able to find a cosmic chest every time for each of the matches last week. Did work out well for us. I think we had a second place finish the first time, so the upgraded equipment definitely came in handy. Second time around, though, we did run into a lot of firefights early on, and I think we ended up taking fourth or fifth. So you just never know how it's all going to shake out. Looks like some epic and legendary weapons. So that will definitely help these guys out. Lots of extra shields, so these guys can get fully shielded before they head out. So far this has been a good strategy for them. These guys should be in good shape when they finally run across another opponent. They've done a good job of sticking together and working together as a team. They're doing a good job of communicating and working together. This is all really good strategy here, because if you get somebody who wanders off in this game, it can be really tough. You can end up get picked apart. Your squad is not available to come back and revive you or support you or just give you an extra shield or some bandages to get your health back up. So let's take a peek in here at Fancier Bread 7. Still haven't seen anybody yet. So any other opponents on the match here? They have some high ground. Hopefully we can see if we can get a peek at anybody running around below us. Maybe we can get lucky. Take advantage of the high point that we're in here. Storm's not an issue yet. Looks like they are towards the center of the island. There we go. Okay, so we've got somebody's marking. That we do see somebody building down there. All right, so got some shots going out, firing some rockets down there. See if we can get some good hits. We're building some structure ourselves, get ourselves some good defensive positions. Looks like we took a little bit of fire here. We're replenishing some fancier bread sevens, trying to replenish some shield. Okay, pushing up a little bit here. Try to close ground. Sneaking up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So really close here. I'm going to switch back to the full team view to see if we can get a little bit better idea of catching the action on one of the screens. So looks like we lost Fancier Bread 7. And looks like we also lost. All right, so we're down to 1, unless Ari Safari is still alive somewhere on the map. We've got, looks like we just have Emperor left here. Oh, and we're up, and we've been. All right, so we're just gonna have to spectate here since we're still in the match. Ari must be around somewhere, but unfortunately we can't peek in on his screen. But the rest of the squad's been wiped, and we're spectating. And I'll switch to one view so we can get a little bit of a larger screen, get an idea of what's happening. Maybe we'll pick this one so we can see. Looks like there's still 14 people left in this match. Uh, we did get an elimination in there somewhere. I think we got caught up. Nope, and there's Ari just got dropped. All right, so we took 5th. A little bit of a rough start today, but that's okay. Hopefully we get that out of the way here with the first match, and we're back in the lobby. So the team will spend this time with their coach, regrouping, talking strategy, see what they can change for the next round once this is over. But that's going to be a little bit because it looks like there's still 12 or 13 players left in this match. Sometimes it can go a little bit quick. The good news is even though Ari's remote, we have these guys on Discord, so they can communicate with each other. They can share strategy. They can. It's really no different almost than if he was here, other than just kind of the camaraderie of all being in the building together and being with the coach. So. All right. Well, hang tight. Looks like these guys are going to work on some things before we go back into the next round. So we will be right back for round 2. Hang tight. All right, well, we got over 20 people in the lobby, so we should be starting up again the second match soon. That usually means the first one is over, and we're just waiting for all the technical difficulties of getting the second one going. It's a lot of times got to put in, we have a different game code for that one, and or match code, and it's not uncommon for some of the kids to accidentally hit the caps lock button while they're playing and not realize it's still on. So it's usually some double checking and making sure we can get everybody into the second one as well. So hopefully we'll be starting off soon. I don't know if we're getting good game audio coming through on this stream. If you're only hearing my voice, hopefully we'll get that fixed in one of our future streams here. So I'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible. So yeah, fifth place finish. That's and one elimination is not. Uh, that's 5 points for the placement. I think it was one elimination, so that would be 6 points for the first batch. That's not too bad, but certainly this team is scored higher than that, and we'll see how they do on this second match. I think um, they were able to get a railgun last time. They did like having the rocket launchers. I was talking to the team during the break here. They just were hoping they would be able to deploy them a little bit more tactically than they did. They did have the high ground against that squad, but that's how it goes. So that's Fortnite for you. You never know how it's going to shake out, especially when you start to get closer. All right, looks like they're going to be heading into Spawn Island here. Again, just to remind you, we don't have a view of Ari Safari's screen because he is remote today, but he would have been in the upper left corner. We've got AVO Pumas in the upper right. We've got Fancier Bread 7 in the lower left, and we've got Emperor in our lower right. So these guys are on the island. They should be loading up on the battle bus shortly to head into the island. These guys do tend to like that satellite location on the map. I think they go there just about every match that we've had this year. So, and honestly, it's worked out well for them. But we'll see if that's where they decide to drop again. They usually are get pretty well equipped coming out of that space. They're usually pretty close to a cosmic chest where they can get something even better. And they always remember to grab a lot of materials so they can build up defensive structures and try to create high ground as they need to when they start engaging other squads, like you saw them do in the last match. Although it just didn't work out for us that time. The other team kind of did the same, and there was one player who was able to build pretty high up in the sky and kind of flipped the dynamic on them and got some high ground as they moved down the hill and was able to pick them off. So, all right, we are on the bus. Looks like they've marked their spot again close to the center of the map, and down they go. The bright colored markers on the ground are where they've marked for their landing spots, just to give you an idea. And they're going down as quickly as they can, and they'll deploy. There you can see they're deploying like their sail parachute there to float in. Yep, same location. So they like this spot, and it's honestly they've done pretty well come to this location for most of their matches. So all right, so they are all on the ground. I assume Ari's on the ground as well, working through. Everybody's already picked up at least something, accumulating equipment and materials. They do have cars here if they choose to take a little bit of a quicker look for something a little bit quicker transportation to move to their next location. Whoops, we don't have Ari. Let's flip in here on, knock out the NPC right away. Get the equipment off of them. It looks like they're alone here. So they've got plenty of time. Looks like there are 32 people in the match. I can't quite make out the number in the top. So they've got time we got some shields here for Fancier Bread 7. Checking in on Emperor. Emperor's pretty well equipped here. Still looking for some shields though, hopefully. Get the more of the oddball weapons there. So that we picked up off the NPCs. So let's see how that works out for him. Still finding some good stuff here. So it's good. These guys should once again be in a good position once we make contact with another squad. So switch back to the 4-person view so we can just kind of get a wider view of what's going on. There we go. We can bust the tanker up here, get some more building materials. As you just keep looking around, making sure they've searched all the different corners in this this little compound. Make sure they've got everything that they they want. Little time interacting with the non-playable characters. All right, looks like they're starting to move down the hill a little bit here. Like they want to make sure everybody's got the best possible loot here, so they're dropping some things on the ground. Make sure everybody's got at least a little bit of shielding, a couple of different weapons. Like I said in previous casts, these guys do a pretty good job of sharing, making sure that they've got pretty good balance loadouts across their squad. So puts them in a good position to compete. All right, let's see where they go. It looks like they got the high ground once again. That's probably why they like this spot. Let's see where they're gonna start moving down the hill here. See where they moving up on the bridge. Still kind of taking a peek down. All right, now they're all heading down the hill. So they're Sumari's with them somewhere. Looks like I could see him up there in front. So they're all sticking together. There we go. Found a cosmic chest. They'll get together and unlock this thing, I imagine. See if they can get some bonus loot from that. Usually get something good here. We'll see what they get. So again, there's no contact. No one's harassing them while they try to get this done, which is always really nice. It's hopefully they can get it open here before they make any contact with anybody. All right, there we go. They got it open. Looks like they've got launchers again, which is nice. More shields. So yeah, so these guys are in good shape. We'll see where they go. I mean, they're towards the middle of the screen here. It looks like they are inside the storm circle already, so they're in a good spot. Yeah, good spot here. They got good loadout. Let's see if they can make contact with somebody here soon. So trying to kind of stay on the top of the hill here, gets good field of view. See if they can't spot somebody from far away. Get a couple shots in. Sharing some. Sure, they're sharing some shields. They're kind of moving their way here. Kind of staying at the top of that ravine. They are right in the center of the island, so that doesn't necessarily mean that's where the circle's going to end, but it's not a bad spot to be in. So they can move wherever the center of the circle ends up going. They should be in a good position to move. They haven't gone with any vehicles this time around. They tend not to. Oh, I don't know if they've got. Oh, it's just a non-playable character. Okay, so they're still working their way through the map here. Let's see if hopefully we come in contact with somebody soon. They're just kind of playing around now, see if they can get some extra stuff here. I'm gonna switch to Emperor here since he's got the map up. We can see, yeah, there's still 30 players in here, so it doesn't look like anybody's run into much of anybody right now. Everybody must have been spread out wherever they landed on the map here. So, but the storm should slowly start to push them in together, and that'll force some contact and some engagement. These guys are a little bit spread out, it looks like, at the moment. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. Moving up on the farm here. It's okay. Still finding better equipment. These guys are pretty well loaded out though at this point, but never hurts to keep checking. See if, so it looks like so far it looks like they're alone here. There's it's an alien ship there if they wanted to use that. It looks like they're gonna. All right, it must be Ari driving because we can't see that on our screen. So gotta come back and pick up Emperor. There we go. All right, so we just need to pick up Fancier Bread 7. All right, so that's gonna be a nice high platform. We do have those rocket launchers. That should be good. Should be a good platform here to see where we go. All right, checking in on Fancier Bread 7. See if we can pick out any other squads up here. There we go. Good peek of the map here. Make sure we're well positioned here for the next storm as the circle moves in. All right, we'll switch back to the 4-player view, see if we can pick up some action on one of their screens, but it looks like we're still all looking to see if we can find somebody on the ground. All right, coming in really close here. There we go. Okay, looks like we got, I'm not sure if that's a squad or some NPCs. I think that, yeah, it's just NPCs, so. But you know what? They should be able to get some better loot here. Let's see if they can get some more powerful equipment, maybe upgrade some of their weapons, replenish their shields. And they still have their ship, so they can jump back on board. Checking in on Emperor here, getting some more ammo. All right, so we got they do have the ship back up in the sky. Looks like we have made contact here with somebody. I'll switch back to the 4-player view, see if we can get a better view. What's going down? Our ship is back on the ground. There we go. They got looks like they got the high ground. Somebody's up in the air taking some shots. They're still pretty far out at range here, so it's tough to see. Take a peek in here at taking a look at AVO Pumas, see if they okay. So they're on the top of that tower building there. Looks like they are also building a little bit off to the left. So yeah, that is a squad. So we do finally have contact with one of the other opponent squads. Getting some good shots in. Looks like nobody on our team has taken too much damage. Ari Safari's taken a little bit of damage. Switch back to our 4-player view. Looks like we did get the ship back up in the air. Now we're back up on the ground. Check in on Fancier Bread 7. Looks like he's moving up a little bit. Trying to build some defensive structures to hide on. Get a little high in the air. See if we can get some leverage getting up in the air. Looks like Emperor's taking a little bit of damage. Oh, Newport Beach. Looks like Newport Beach knocked out AVO Pumas. So we are down, and Fancier Bread 7. So we are down. I'm not sure if Ari Safari, looks like Ari Safari is still in the match along with Emperor. So we'll switch to Emperor's screen just to get a little bit of better perspective. There's still 17 players left in the match, including our 2 players here. We're up close. Lots of building, lots of defensive. bouncing around, see if we can't get through here. And all right, did we? I can't tell if there's another player still here. Yep, they're right below us. Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on, get him. Got the shotgun close range. See who can get the most shots in first. Oh, not looking good. Emperor. Oh, and Emperor's knocked. All right. It looks like Ari Safari might still be with. Oh, and then Ari got knocked as well. So another fifth place finish. Two fifth place finishes. But all right. So I think there. I can't. I did. I missed out. I'm not sure how many players were left in the match there at the end, but it was starting to count down pretty quickly. That was a tough week for the team this week. Going down with the first squad that we came in contact with, but good learning experience. These guys will spend some time with their coach, talking strategy, see what we can't do to improve for our matches going forward. So thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to you guys watching again next week. And thanks for supporting XP League Brookfield.